What's up guys, Mike here, the Detroit Borg with a setup tour to start 2016. Now it's been a long time since I did one of these, so I thought it was time to update you guys. Now let's start off with the room I film most of my videos. So at the center is my standing height activity or task desk, which gives me a huge surface area to shoot on. You guys will recognize the Mac Pro and the Thunderbolt display from the backdrops of my videos, but you'll probably be surprised to know that I don't actually use this for video production and instead use my 5K iMac in my office, which we'll get to a bit later. Now, as you can see, I have lots of LED strips around the desk to light it up for filming, in addition to photographic light boxes, which I collapse and put against the wall when I'm not using them. Now, my house is full of Philips Hue bulbs and fixtures, including the light strip you see along the back of the desk, which I can now command using Siri. So if I want to change the color of the lights, I can just tell Siri to do it. Often, I'll change the color of the light strip to match the color signature of a product. So for example, if it's an NVIDIA product, they use green a lot in their branding, I would use green as the backdrop. The desk also has a lot of shelving for storage, which I've arranged in a very specific way. So on the left, you'll find my cameras, which includes a Nikon D60 full-frame DSLR, which is what I use to snap most of my video thumbnails. Mounted on top of the camera is an SB400 articulating speedlight, which lets me bounce the flash off walls or ceilings to create a more natural fill light in a darker room. I also have a Sony RX100 Mark IV, which is a fantastic point-and-shoot camera with 4K video recording. Now, I use this occasionally for quick B-roll shots, but I don't use it a lot. It also has an articulating flash, which also lets me bounce the light off a ceiling or wall just like my DSLR. As for my camera gear, I'm still using the Sony FDR AX100 4K Handycam with the Manfrotto fluid head to achieve those fluid motion shots. Now, mounted on top is a Sony microphone for live audio, so if I'm doing a live walkthrough or something, that's what I'm using. I've also added a pop filter to help eliminate the audio clipping. I also have a shelf with some Microsoft products, including the Surface Book, Surface tablets, and the Pixel C, which is my go-to Android tablet right now. On the far left side of the desk, you'll find my Mac laptop and their charging cables. Now, I basically have a MacBook for each day of the week, as you've seen in my previous videos. Now, I purchased these for review, and I only keep the current MacBooks and resell the old ones when the new ones come out. But in reality, I really only use the gold MacBook you saw featured in my top 5 Apple video. I also have a Chromebook Pixel 2, which I use very rarely, but it's a fantastic piece of hardware that I really enjoy using when I get the chance. On the far right side, you'll find a mess of new products I still need to review. Hopefully we'll get through all of those in the start of the new year so we can catch up. But this is where I keep them around until I get through them, so obviously I have a lot of work to do. Along the wall, I have a drawer unit which is packed full of gadgets and accessories. Now on the top, in addition to a printer, you'll find 2 organizers, one for Apple products and the other for Android, which is now overflowing with tablets and phones at this point. Now you'll find just about every current flagship Android phone and tablet, in addition to some budget options, which you saw featured in my previous video. Now, I typically only keep the current devices around, and I will be doing some weeding on my eBay store pretty soon. Now, the Apple section is a bit of a museum here, with every iPod and iPhone ever made, including some of their accessories. And you also find every generation of iPad stashed on the right side, except for the iPad Pro, which I keep in my office. There's also a junk drawer full of small items that are hard to organize, like earpods, SIM cards, battery packs, wireless chargers, adapters, etc. I also always keep a set of cleaning cloths around to wipe down glass displays while I'm recording video. I also keep around a thermometer, so if I'm reviewing a device, I have it ready to go so I can check to see if something is overheating so I can mention it in my review. And this probably requires some explanation. This is an old power adapter. I basically use this to prop up phones so I can get those nice standing shots in my videos. The drawers below have become a huge mess now, but one drawer is set aside for set-top boxes and various smartwatches. I also have a drawer full of cables and adapters, and another drawer set aside for Apple products not yet moved to storage or things I may need to keep around. And my goal is to better organize these pretty soon. I also have another storage bench where I keep bulky items like my camera gear, headphones, keyboards, and even dusters to help keep the desk as clean as possible before shooting video. Now, getting back downstairs to the office space, it's pretty simple. No dual monitors, just the latest top-of-the-line 5K iMac with 32 gigs of RAM, 3TB Fusion Drive, 4 GHz Core i7, and the AMD Radeon R9 N395X with 4 gigs of dedicated RAM. Now, this computer chews through 4K videos like it's nothing. It's able to export videos really quickly, and it's really nice to sit behind one of the best displays you can buy on a computer right now. Also, next to my iMac, you'll find 2 essential accessories, a set of audio Audio-Technica ATH M70X headphones for monitoring my audio, and a Blue Yeti USB microphone for recording voiceovers like the one you're hearing right now. Now I try to keep this setup very clean, so my iPhone and my iPad charge through my iMac. So I have my iPad Pro, this is a 120 gig LTE version in gold, along with the silicone case and the smart keyboard. And of course we have my space gray iPhone 6s on a lightning dock, which is space gray to match. Incidentally, the case on my iPhone 6s right now is the Tesla case. So this was actually sold and produced by Tesla and is made out of scrap materials used to make their interiors. Now, pulling the oversized keyboard drawer, you'll find a complete set of new Magic accessories, which I recently reviewed, but I'll probably switch back to the Logitech K811 lighted keyboard and the MX Master, which I definitely prefer for video production. Now, attached to the iMac on the floor is a 6TB G-RAID Studio Thunderbolt drive for fast storage. And since I spend a lot of time at my desk, I picked up a Herman Miller Embody chair about a year ago. Now, this is a custom build with a polished aluminum base and the white frame. Now, it's a great chair, but I still feel it's a little too short for me. I'd prefer something that came up to the neck. So if I had to do it over again, I would probably not pick up this chair. Also in this office, we'll find one of my favorite new gadgets from the year. This is a massive 65-inch curved 4K OLED TV from LG. Now, I already did a very extensive review of this on my channel, but essentially it's the best TV you can buy right now in terms of display quality, and I absolutely love it. From the user interface and the features to the stunning blacks on the display and vivid colors. Attached to that TV is a 4th generation Apple TV, which is my go-to set-top box since I own so much content in my iTunes library that I can't access it through any other set-top boxes. Also attached is a Sony PS4 and an Xbox One, which are neatly tucked away in these AV drawers built into the cabinet. Now, I very rarely use either one of these, but I keep them around for testing purposes with other devices or gaming accessories. So don't ask me which one is my favorite. Now, tucked below in the cabinet, we'll find my networking equipment, which includes a 3TB time capsule and my ISP's modem, which is clocked at around 150 megs. And of course, this wouldn't be a tech tour without a hoverboard. This one is produced by Alienboard, and yes, I do use it within the house just for kicks, and I have fallen on it, which I did not get on camera, thankfully. I probably won't do a review of it, but if you want to check one out, I'll leave it linked in the description below. And of course, no office is complete without a place to relax, so I have a couch where I can chill out, but most of the time my dogs are curled up on the blanket to keep me company while I'm working at my computer. And since this is Michigan, one of my favorite pieces of tech right now is a Dyson space heater, which keeps things extra toasty in this room during those frigid winter days. Now, I always get questions about where I store all this stuff. Well, for all the boxes, I keep them downstairs in my basement, so I have a shelving unit fully organized with all this stuff. So I have all my open boxes down below. I have all the Apple stuff in cases, also labeled in boxes, so everything is nicely organized and easily accessible, because if I need to sell something or if I need to dig it up for a video, I want to make sure everything is readily available. Alright guys, so that is my not so epic setup tour. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a like to let me know, and I may do this again for the next new year. Alright guys, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video.